Hey guys, I'm now back with part 3 of my total fan basement tour. So we're going to pick it up here with the Casablanca Saturn. Now, I started talking about how I found both this and the Panama 5, and I'm going to finish. So, basically, we were at the cleanup. Now, it was a bit after I pulled out the Panama. I went back to helping empty the rest of it until I found the Saturn motor. Someone who was in the trailer, I had them pull it out for me. And then I found the blades as well. The glass was obviously broken because it's glass, and those tubes are pretty delicate. So, yeah, it was missing those, and the flywheel was broken, and one of the blades was warped. It is now almost flat under the pile there. Anyways, so, yeah, I had a bit of work to do with that. But, I pulled it out. Then I went back over to my main section, which was electronics. I was just doing TVs and washers and stuff. When my father waved me over, and he pulled out the IntelliTouch and the rest of the parts for it. Now, what it was missing... Oh, sorry about the creaking. It's this stupid ottoman thing. Anyways, so it was missing some of the hardware to mount the glass, and the glass was gone. So I went to my local showroom to have it diagnosed. I didn't even know if it worked. It worked. At first, we thought it didn't, because when we had the test IntelliTouch, the light and fan button were mixed up. So we wanted to test the sockets, because the sockets are really weird on it. The guy at the store, the owner, said he'd never seen anything like it. So this is the kind of kit it had. I do have a better one now with the single bulb, but anyway, so we wanted to see if the light worked on it, because originally we thought, oh, well, the IntelliTouch board is dead. So I would have converted it anyways, but then as soon as he turned it on, the fan started spinning, and then he did the fan button, and then the light turned on. So luckily that still worked, and the fan works. A couple things: flywheel is broken. That's probably why it got pitched. But obviously you can buy replacement flywheels, and I'm working on that right now. They aren't in yet, but pretty soon they will be. So pretty soon that should be fixed. And everything else on it is fine. And they also happen to have a set of the blue or green Saturn rings, as well as the center tube with that little mesh cover on the bottom. So that was pretty lucky, seeing as those can be difficult to find. Up next, we're going to talk about that. So that is a bright brass South Pacific made by Supreme heater fan. So the Supreme name was Mark 9 or Mark 10. I'm pretty sure it was Mark 9. I think the Mark 10 was a wood one, or like a wood housing one. But anyways, so I picked it up. It had that SMC-like kit on it there, and it had some pretty cool glass on it as well, so that was a good find. Anyway, so yeah, it was like $20 on Craigslist, and I sat on it for a while, but finally I did some research, found out that Baltimore Alarms and Fans had one, and Brandon Johnson, someone in his family, maybe his aunt, I can't remember who, but yeah, that person also had one in their apartment. And I know that there was one found on Craigslist that Ceiling Fan Central put up on their website. But other than those three, I hadn't seen another one. So that's when I was like, oh, fine, I'm going to go get it. Definitely a good choice. And it was totally complete as well. Really, really good choice. I'm so glad I picked that up. It's not too much else to say about it. It's just a really cool fan. Basically, you know what? Go check out Baltimore Alarms and Fans video. There you can see a whole bunch more details on that fan. And you know what? If I remember, I will even link it in the description if I can remember properly. I suppose I could leave links to all these fans so you can see what they would look like running, but I don't know if I'll follow through with that. I've also got just a fan motor I got for free from Great Fans when they were closing. Just a cute little gift that they gave me. Back there's also a white CEC Georgian. Bought it, or found it on Craigslist. Thought it was an SMC Laguna. Nope, it was a Georgian. I honestly should have noticed. I don't know how I didn't. But anyways, it even came with the optional light kit with all the hardware and everything. Not new in box, but it was, everything else was there. Now, it was pretty dirty because it was probably installed in a garage. It was free, and it cleaned up very well. And there's not too much else to say about it. I mean, they're decent fans for what they are. And yeah, I picked it up for free. It was in, I mean, decent condition. There's a little chip on one of the blades, but overall, it's okay. And I'm pondering when I take this down, because that box I don't like because it's obviously probably not fan rated. I may put the Georgian there, no guarantees yet. The Georgian is a little smaller, I think, or maybe a little bigger. I think it might be a little bigger, but we'll see. It would be a better space filler, but I can't guarantee that will happen. We might just put the Monte Carlo right back up. But anyways, yeah, that is a really nice fan, and I'm very glad I picked it up. Next up, we're talking about that. That is a bright brass craft-made decorative. Actually, no, I'm lying. It is not actually a decorative per se. It was made back before the decorative name was a thing. It was called like Designer Series or something basic like that. However, it's just a decorative with pointy blades. Here's a couple Perkins places near me that do have some fans like this. And I got it for free from my neighbor. He was sick of the brass, so I took him to a local store, helped him buy a Mink Air Cafe XL, and he was originally going to donate it, but I convinced him to donate it to me instead, and I do really like it. And I was even able to get the manual for it as well, because he had kept that. And he does also have a couple other decoratives he may eventually want to replace, so I might. Definitely not guaranteed. Maybe he won't even replace them. I don't know. It's up in the air. I'm not really talking to him about it. I'm going to let him come to me. But, yeah, I may have some more of them coming. I really don't know. But anyways, yeah, that was a pretty decent thing. I've always liked craft made, and yeah, I'm glad I had it. I wish I could find a more unique craft made than that. I've seen a bunch, but I just haven't really cared enough to get one. I've talked about what those light kits are, and I'll move on to what you can barely see back there. That is the motor for Hunter Byretts. I have the rest of it elsewhere. It came totally complete without a light kit, had the cool switch cover on it. Found it for free on Craigslist, and they're sort of uncommon. So I decided to go pick it up. I convinced my father to take me. And it was definitely worth it. It's a really, really nice fan. I've always loved the Byretts. I prefer the down rod one that everyone thinks could be Excalibur. Pretty sure they're all Byretts, though. I saw an old ad where the down rod one was labeled Byretts, so I'm pretty sure they're both Byrettses. Anyways, this one's a very Art Deco type, and I love Art Deco, so yeah, that was a really, really good find. And everything else I've got for it, all the parts are stowed away underneath the stairs, but the motor was just easier to be stored. That was a really good find, and I'm glad I picked it up because I do love that fan. Would love to find a basic low profile because they are childhood fans. Restaurant near me had a couple of them installed, as well with a Cameron too, one of those ones with the 3 light kit and that weird stone color, kind of like that. Alright, and then this will probably be the final fan I talk about in this video before I go ahead and move over to the underneath the stairs. So that in there is a Hunter auberge. Now that was originally installed in the master bedroom where my Pembroke Select was. It was making a ticking noise. My father took the whole thing down, could not resolve it. So we bought the Pembroke for it, or for the spot, and then we moved this out to the garage. Now, I didn't like having it out there after a while, because it just wasn't doing too good. The weather was not doing it many favors because the garage wasn't insulated, so finally decided, hey, I'm going to buy the lanai to replace it. And now it's down here. There's nothing really wrong with it or anything. It's in really good condition still because I kept it clean, so overall, not much damage done to it. It's a really nice fan, and yeah, it's just great. It really is. And I have the glass for it stowed away up there. Also, I think I have the hardware up there. Also, in that box there, I've got blade arms. And in here, I've got parts. Let's see what I've got. Well, I've got blade balancers here. Got hang trues, pull chains. Here I've got this other Saturn lights and parts for the Georgian. This, oh yeah, these are the parts for that Hunter Spotlight kit. I've also got some mounting brackets in here. Underneath, that's where I keep all the screws that attach the blades to the blade arms. And I also have the original canopy in there and maybe some other things as well. Well, that's the thing that was originally on the Saturn. And by on, I mean in a bag. So yeah, that's about all these items, and this is this section done. I've got a bit of time, I guess I'll just talk about what's over here. See, these are all my fan blades to all of my fans. Those blade boxes are empty. That one was for the Delta. That one was for the Panama Halo. Yeah, all of my blades are here. Literally all of my blades other than what's installed or what might be new in box, which I don't think is anything at this point. But yeah, all of them are here. Obviously, both of the bottom steps are flattening because they were warped. And yeah, I've just got them stacked here. Pretty soon I'll take them out again and take a look, see how they're doing. And then I guess as well while I'm here, I'll talk about a couple other things. Here I've just got my Delta 2 and Pembroke Select box. A couple homemade fans there. Obviously the Panama Halo and the Lanai box are there. You know those. And then there's a little Holmes Blizzard. My parents have had it ever since before I was born. It was always very loyal and we took it with us. It's a really cute fan. Really, really nice. It was originally on display where my Handy Breeze is, but then the Handy Breeze came. I bought the Handy Breeze, so this had to come back down here. And now we're using it just to keep that insulation from being damp. And I guess I'm actually going to end the video now. Oh yeah, in case you're wondering, that is a canopy for the premium. That goes to the Whisper fan here. I just have it sitting there because... But yeah, that is literally everything I've got over here that's fan related. Next up, I'm going to go over everything under the stairs. So that will be like a part 4. And yeah, I guess I'll see you in part 4. Goodbye.